everybody, welcome to Excel video 423. I'm Nate Moore. Spent some time this week with a group that's getting audited by the IRS, and they needed some serious data mining to get into their software and understand revenues and be able to justify and support those. We were able to pull the information they needed. If I can help you understand your data, I'd love to help you. We're going to start looping today. And by looping, what I mean is we're going to run a set of code over and over and over again, a set number of times. And there are a bunch of things you can do if you can run a loop. I started thinking I was going to show you some pretty complex medical examples of how this works, and I backed way off. We are going to do a simple example and build to something more complicated rather than start with messy complicated from the start. So that said, what I want to do is show you a very basic loop in a subroutine that I called start looping. And all it's going to do is for a variable a, and you can call it anything you want, but I called it a, equals 1 to 8. So we're going to run this loop 8 times. And the construct or the syntax that we're going to use is for and next. Don't get worked up about how next is highlighted. I'll get to that in just a second. For and next. So what we're going to do is we're going to run for the variable a 1 to 8. And then each time we do what's between for and next, next is going to add another number to a. So we're going to run it once, and then the next a it'll be twice, third a, fourth a, and we'll watch a grow as we run this macro. And here's what the macro is going to do. This variable a that we've defined up here, we're going to go row and column, cells AA. So we're going to go cell 1, 1, then 2, 2, then 3, 3, then 4, 4, all the way up. We're going to do that, and the value is going to be a again. So what we're going to do is we're going to set cell 1, 1, which is A1, to the value 1, and then cell 2, 2, which is cell B2. We're going to make that 2. C3 is going to be 3, and on we go. And next keeps track of it. Two things in terms of a debugging that we've already talked about I want to remind you of. Excel video 416, we introduced the watch window. We're going to keep track of variable A. From the debug menu, we can add a watch and we can play with that. We're going to watch variable A as we go. And then what I did is I just clicked here to set a breakpoint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the macro every time it gets to this highlighted area so we can watch what happens. That said, let's run this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to run to there, and the value of A is 1. Now if I run it again, now we set the value of A to 2 and the value of A to 3, and on we go. And if we come over here, look what the spreadsheet's doing. In cell 1, 1, which is A1, it's 1, B2, it's 2, C3, it's 3. You see how the loop works? Let's let the loop keep going. Now it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and watch what happens. Now that we do next A and it's 8, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, watch what happens to the loop. It ends because the value goes out of context. Don't get worked up about that. It's just over now. We're A from 1 to 8. The subroutine stopped because the value hit 8. That makes sense? It does it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I get to 8, when next A makes this A 8, then it stops. And I don't add these next cell, the value to the next range of cells anymore. That's what I want to show you. Very basic loop. For and next. A keeps track of how many times we're going to do it. Next A keeps that counter going. As soon as next A gets to 8, this only runs from 1 to 8 and it stops. And again, what I want to do, the important part of the subroutine, is between the for and the next. There's a bunch of different ways to do loops. We're going to keep working with for and next, and we'll do it in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.